Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be speaking about the 2004 Florida State Quarter and which ones are valued high, going to be worth well above 25 cents. It could be because of a variety where you look closely on the coin, try to find some characteristics that are just slightly off, and I'll be explaining those clearly with photos and values. Same thing for errors. There's some pretty noticeable errors on Florida coins, and then lastly, we'll go with conditional rarity, just really nice coins with very few abrasions, strong strike, good eye appeal. We'll be covering all of that in this presentation again with hopefully me explaining it well, and we'll jump right over. This video is sponsored by Whatnot, the fastest growing live stream shopping and auctions app for your collectibles, including coins and paper money. I'll be selling a ton of coins, errors, varieties, world coin grab bags, paper currency, and precious metals June 1st, and hope to see you there. I have a link in the description that'll give you a free $10 to spend on the app. We'll also be giving away about $500 of Morgan dollars and silver, so be sure to hang out and remember to go through that link. I really like how you can see the coins up close, their condition, and then have a nice, easy payment process through the app. So I'll see you there, and let's get into the video. And we'll start off with this Florida quarter. The design, we see the gateway to discovery, so a Spanish galleon and a rocket ship taking off with the palm trees in the background. Super cool. You can pause this slide for more information. I want to jump into some of the things that you should be looking for on these coins, and it's only going to be on the P mints that there are well documented varieties. There's going to be a few different types of doubled ears. So for this one, you can look sort of directly underneath the earlobe. There's going to be a very thin spread for the first double die that we cover, and these are worth between $2 and $10, which isn't much, but it's better than 25 cents. You can also do the same thing with a clearer spread on P mint quarters where there's just more of a protrusion, and I think that the values reflect that. And then our last one is maybe intermediate in terms of how strongly it'll come through, but certainly easier to spot than the very first one. Some of the conditional rarities, where if you send these into PCGS, I generally discourage people from doing it, but it's still important to note that if you think you've got something that looks perfect, if it's mint state 68 plus, you've got a little bit under $2,000, mint state 68 200. It's really going to struggle when it's in that mint state 67 range. Alternatively, similar values for 2004 D quarters, except it's going to be way larger in the sense that you need to get up to mint state 69 for that reward, and those are almost flawless coins, but 68 plus and 68 are pretty much the same as well. Going to be tough to get those grades from the grading companies, but don't submit any of the proof coins. In terms of some of the errors, we have two that I want to discuss with you, and there was much better control at the mint by 2004 compared with some of the earlier state quarters like 1999. This one sold for over $1,500. It was struck on a nickel or a 5-cent planchet, and is in wonderful condition, but somehow a 5-cent planchet made their way through with a batch of quarters and got struck. Was presumably pulled out shortly after. And then this one is more sort of bonkers. It's 70% off center, and there must have been some feeder finger contact because there's sort of this extra protrusion, a little bit of metal sort of got pulled out of place, then thinly and was struck all the way through. Also some interesting things going on with the planchet itself. So there's been a lot going on here. This sold for $480, and if you are from Florida, and there's a lot of collectors in Florida, this would be sort of a centerpiece to add to your collection. And I forgot, we actually also have this reverse clad layer missing coin, and it's the better version because it's got the state quarter side missing. So there's 3 layers of the planchet stock, basically a core of copper and then sort of the nickel on either side, and the nickel was not affixed or maybe came off or broke off. It's more of a common state quarter error. Sold for $575 back in 2010. Really nice, and has some good eye appeal. A little bit of hits or scratches underneath, not enough for a details grade, but a great way to close out today's presentation. So a lot of fun things to look for. Conditional rarity, really the varieties are the core of these presentations. So glad to be able to explain that to you, and I'll look forward to seeing you on some future videos. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like the video, comment, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. And I also have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and some other social media platforms. You can also go to my main channel website, treasuretownYT.com, to learn more about the channel and sort of stay in contact. I also will eventually host all of these videos on coinsmetalscards.com, which will be both news, marketplace, and coin information. I do have the goal of eventually getting pretty much every US coin, date, mint mark, denomination on the channel with a similar video to the one that you just watched, and that will likely all be hosted there. And then I also have treasuretowncoins.com, which is sort of my coin dealing wing, coin dealing only entity that is a little bit less focused on content production. So thank you so much, and I'll look forward to seeing you on some of my other videos. I also have videos that are not just the date, mint mark, denomination recap in this format, so you can check some of those out, and I'll have fun seeing you there.